I get a chance to hook TODDZILLA. That's enough for me.
You know?
So how do you manage pulling so frequently at high level matches? Just like you've been the most active guy in the scene for a while now.
I'm telling you, West Side works. And I tell people when this comes up in questions and stuff, and people ask me, how much time do you take off? I go a couple of days. It takes me 2 or 3 days to travel a tournament. That's what I take off. And they go, no, you got to take 2 or 3 weeks off. I go, I'm maxing out every week. I'm hitting PRs 90% of the time. Why would I stop that? You know, if taking 2 or 3 weeks off made you stronger, I would train every 2 or 3 weeks. You know, I wouldn't train 12 weeks in a row and then take 4 days off. I would train 1 day and take 3 weeks off.
So what are you doing before match? How much time are you taking off?
Depends where I got to go. So if I'm like when I go to Turkey, just traveling to Turkey requires 2 or 3 days.
Right.
So that's off. And then there's usually packing and everything else. So before I pull in Turkey on a Saturday, I will probably be in the gym working just as hard as I normally do that Monday or Tuesday. And then just traveling eats up a lot.
So you would do a speed day. You would do the speed day. You said Monday speed day. So you would do Monday speed day before a match.
I'd do Monday speed day. I would do Monday evenings isometrics. I might even do Tuesday mornings pull-ups. And then between packing and going, and if I got to cut weight though, cutting weight changes things. Then I cut the training back almost 10 days early, because if I got to cut weight, there's usually 4 or 5 days. There's usually 4 to 7 days of keto, followed by the 10 days of the water cut. And I don't like training hard if I'm calorie or nutrient deficient or something like that. Yep. Plus your mind's all screwed up when you're trying to cut weight anyways, right? You're either angry or depressed, and you go to the gyms, and if you don't hit a weight, you know, you're either pissed and you kick the cat, or you cry for an hour. The whole thing's just sad no matter what happens. So if I'm cutting weight, it's strictly like lightweight volume type stuff. But if I don't have to cut weight, I just follow my normal training routine. And, you know, because I find when I stop training hard, I lose my appetite, and then I start dropping weight, you know, so
yeah,
I don't like messing any of that stuff up.
All right, before we go, what about table time before a match, Todd? So like how frequently you're doing table time, and then when would you stop before a match?
When I was doing tournaments, I would practice at least once a week. But now that I'm doing super matches, I'm really only practicing probably half a dozen times a year.
Okay.
You know, wow. I'll find out who the opponent is. I'll figure out a game plan, and I'll set up a practice either with Dave, or I'll go to Maryland where Dave Morocco has these huge practices, and mostly to, you know, just work on my game plan. So if I'm going to try to top roll a tall top roller, I'll go and practice that. So I'll set people up to like impersonate the guy I'm going to match with and just work on my timing and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't have regular table time practices for suit. Now, if I was back to tournaments, yeah, table time all the time, because then you got to be very well rounded. Mm-hmm. You got to be defensive and offensive, and you got to know how to dig your arm out of losing matches and stuff like that. But in the super match, you're only going to have 5 or 6 starts, you know. And unless you're Devin or John, most of us aren't that versatile. We got a plan A, and we got a plan B, which never works. So you do plan A, then you do plan A a little bit differently. Then you do plan A really, really hard. And then you do plan B when absolutely nothing works.
And you're completely gassed by that point anyway.
Yeah. With that, then you're just desperate, you know. Yeah. So, you know, so yeah, I'm like 99% of the people out there, man. I got plan A. And I got plan A harder. Other than that, I got nothing.
Well, plan A usually works. So,
all right. So I just want to get, we got the 2 guys that you're going to be pulling once you get here in Toronto on the 23rd, Brian Desormeaux and Curtis Porkchop Cameron. Guys, how you doing? Just want to see if I can hear your mics. Brian just cut out, so maybe he might be having a bit of a connection thing. Curtis, can I hear you? Let me just see.
Yeah, you hear me, bro? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian,
Looking thick, Curtis.
yeah, Curtis looking thick as always. Brian was
260.
Not sure if you can hear me.
Oh yeah, we hear
I
you.
can hear you, Brian. Just can't see you.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting everybody on the screen at once. There we go. And get like 4 people on the screen.
Might be
I'm on my phone, so it's shit.
Oh, we just lost Brian. Where's he here?
No, I'm still there. Just having trouble with the camera, I guess.
No worries. I can hear you, so that's good.
Awesome.
So Brian, you just pulled up in or down in Michigan, eh? At the event that Todd was at there.
Yeah, sure did. It was a great event.
Did you happen to see the match between Todd and Chance?
I sure did.
Hey, you should have came by and said, "Hey, I didn't know you was there."
Yeah, you were on the stage and then disappeared quickly. I did try to find you, but
I was standing by the bar.
there you go.
Picking up the ladies at the bar.
What did they do? They did the super matches.
Only one lady, only one.
Yeah. So they did the super match first, and then they did the tournament after, obviously, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it went. Awesome.
So Brian, you got second both right and left, right?
I did. Yes, I got second to Pablo.
Pablo, yeah, amazing. You actually you held him up.
Yeah, I haven't seen the matches yet. That's awesome.
That's really good.
Yeah. And then Curtis has got a big match coming against Brendan Ellisesser right after you come to Toronto on left arm.
Yeah, that's left though. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Not unless you can beat Travis.
Well,
Everybody can do that now.
he beat Travis, so maybe it'll mean something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So Curtis, we were just telling Todd how there's not too many questions about your match, at least where it's going to go. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about.
I'm not a top roller, so I'm not known for that. I'm hook. I'm all inside press. I'm kind of like a Jerry Catterat in a way. Like I got a good strong bench. All my inside stuff is really tight.
Yeah, so it should be. We're all pretty excited to see how Porkchop.
I'm the biggest I've ever been right now. I'm 260. That's in the morning, so I'm pretty big. Probably the strongest I've ever been.
Todd, what did you weigh in for Chance?
I weigh 220.
220. You'll be around there when you get to Toronto.
I've been 220 for years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 220. I'm 220 minus 0 plus 3.
Right. Then you get up to like 250 in your WAL days.
215. When I had to pull 198s, I'd get up to 250. I'd stay at 215 to cut to 198.
But then you start pulling supers.
What was your
When I
biggest in
started
the
pulling, the
WAL?
heaviest I ever got was I got a little over 230 when I pulled Matt Mask, but
Oh, okay.
not much heavier than that. When you're a super heavyweight, you weigh in with your clothes on
Yeah.
after dinner. You know,
Yeah, good point.
when you're a middleweight, you've been in the sauna for 14 hours and you haven't seen water for 24. So,
Yeah.
I die.
Big difference.
because I would weigh in at 198 in the WAL, and I would be every bit of 215, 217 by the time the first match happened. You know,
Yeah, it
I
was
would put that
24.
weight back on.
They were 24-hour weigh-ins, right?
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Brian, what are you weighing in at?
I went in at 235, so in the 230s.
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. No, it's going to be. We're excited to get it to happen, and excited to see the matches for sure.
Mhm.
It'll be
I
good.
got a question for Todd. How do you feel about 2-on-1?
To be honest, I didn't know that was.
I'm not a fan of
the deal until
2-on-1.
I saw the flyer. I thought it was I thought it was a 3-way round robin or something, but this is the first time anything like this has ever happened. So it'll be interesting.
Like I'll admit, I wasn't a big fan of the 2-on-1. The only time I like 2-on-1 if it's like 2 girls or something, but I guess you're an exception. So
If
I
Todd
like to
actually joins
disappoint
Freestyle,
women one at a time.
Well, sorry. If it makes you feel any better, in a way, it was kind of Devin's idea, the 2-on-1, because when I first started talking about the seminar, it was like, who do you think, Curtis or Porkchop, or sorry, like Curtis or Rick Heidebrecht? And then Devin was like, Todd's too good. He's got to pull both. So that's where it all.
I knew I didn't like Devin. I just didn't know why.
For Todd or anybody in the chat?
It's going to be fun just getting right in there. Turn and burn, baby.
Yeah, I can't wait for it for sure.
That's where I'm going. I'm not doing anything else. I'm going right inside. I'm not going to run. I'm not going to run away. I'm coming in.
How do you feel about that, Todd?
Well, that makes one plan A easy.
Yeah.
There you go. Plan A. I got one plan and that's it.
That's awesome. Have you guys talked, Brian and Curtis? Have you guys talked about whether or not you're just going to go back and forth, or if you're going to mix it up?
What round one I get, and then I guess year two, Brian? I don't really know. We'll just probably go round for round.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I talked to Rick about it originally, he had presented an interesting point that if whoever goes first, the next guy might want to go 2 in a row so that they get like a pull and then an adjustment right after. But I think alternating is the easiest way to do it. And then the only other question Todd had, which I hadn't actually thought about, was if you guys are alternating each round and Todd switches sides each round, then he's always got the same guy on the same side. So we might want to, I'm going to think about how to structure the
whatever you want, man. I'm good with whatever.
Yeah, I'm not worried about what side, so it doesn't bother me.
Okay, so then
I get a chance to hook TODDZILLA. That's enough for me.
Sure. Brian, what's your plan? You coming inside too?
I'm gonna see how it goes.
Yep.
Try what's familiar for me for the first match, and got a couple curveballs, and we'll see what happens. See how it goes. Easier said than done against a guy like TODDZILLA for sure. So gonna grip up and see how it feels.
I love how
So I'm hooking Porkchop and I'm slipping on the machine.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I make it easy for you.